marker still drafts very not thin, it's so thick. Today, now we are moving into design thinking and innovations U section. What does U mean? Full screen. Yes. The design thinking and innovation divide into two sections. The first section is focus on the businesses, focus on the value propositions for our customers, business units, and so on. And the last day, I would like to stop into to define yourself, create idea about yourself, and if it is possible, make a prototypes of your ideas. So we are starting to the first thing for our design thinking U section, the define, do by personal SWOT analysis. I think most of you know that what is SWOT. Actually, it starts from the capital letters of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. That is the basic analyzing tool, what they teach us in our most probably the first or the second year in business administration or these kind of social classes. Maybe if you're an engineer, you heard it about, but you feel it before, maybe because of your projects or businesses. Now I'm going to share, I'm going to show you how to feel it for yourself. Dears, the first thing is you may see some SWOT analysis starts with S, here is W, here is O, and here is T. It does not change anything. Just this is the example. Mostly we are using the upside for internal factors and downside for the external factors. What does it mean? The internal factors, like we feel persona canvas, something we were able to touch and affect these factors by ourselves, and some factors we couldn't touch and affect these factors. These are the external ones. The first thing you have to be identify regarding yourself. Please, this is a snapshot of your life for today. So what is the day for today? Is the 14th of April. So please write down 14th of April 2020. This is your personal SWOT analysis. Let's start from the strengths. What do you see for yourself as a strength? Dears, I would like to put myself for an example, so please keep it secret. SWOT analyses are some confidential data. Now I'm going to share with you, not all of my confidentiality, the things that I could share with you. So based on these things, I'm going to show you how you can link these SWOT analyses with your TOWS analysis. Then with your TOWS analysis, how to create smart KPIs, and with the smart KPIs, how we can deliver with STAR techniques. I know I use lots of acronym, SWOT, TOWS, SMART, and STAR, but this is the principle for design thinking. Dears, when you check your strengths, I'm going to share this document also with you to feel for as your final project. Please look at your strengths, and for one beautiful Sunday, especially nobody's around you, please keep a time with yourself alone and look at yourself, put yourself into the middle and check yourself with your humble, with your honesty, and respect yourself. How to respect ourselves? Please don't feel everything to your weaknesses and threats, and don't be very optimistic that everything is very strengthful and opportunities is just next to you. We have to equalize these all four, which means that if you write here 4 or 6 strengths, please be sure that to find 4, 6 weaknesses also. Engin, maybe you will ask that. Engin, I don't see that I have six strengths and six weaknesses. Okay, it can be understandable, four strengths and six weaknesses, but it can't be understand that one strength, 10 weaknesses. No, we don't accept. Please be a little bit optimistic, not too pessimistic about yourself. What is the between to each other? Let's be objective. Look to yourself and take an honest picture. If I want to give an example from my strengths, there's for a Turkish business life, for the Turkey, I would like to underline here. I worked almost in good companies. So if you look at my CV, before you met with me, most probably my CV will pass most of the company's election process. Why? I started my career in Mercedes-Benz, then I moved to Philip Morris. Today I'm working for Pfizer. Three of them is multinational, very well-known brands and the good positions. So when you check my CV is very nice. No hassles, no issues. This is my strength. The other strength is I am an extrovert person, dears. Extrovert plus I'm, as you already experienced who is Engin, I am talkative person too. So with my yellow energy, the my strength is get in touch with the other people, be create a networks is my strength. I know lots of people all around the Turkey, and I could say that in every country I have at least one friend. So extrovert, talking person, it's is my life as a strength. What is my last strength? What could I say? Years I have been working for 12 years, but at the end of the 12th year, I have my home, my apartment. So I don't need to pay for rent. Is it my strength? Yes, in the Turkish labor force, if you don't pay a rent, you are lucky. So you can continue to secure your rest of your life. You can keep your money with you. So the renting fees are very huge. Please look your life. If you have that kind of strength, I see being owning a home as a strength. Also, I know that regarding your culture, regarding your country, maybe owning a home is not a good strength as the Turkish way of looking. I don't say that being a home should be in the strengths. What I'm saying, please check yourself. What you see about you as a strength, please write down to here. So my CV, my strength, my extrovert, talkative person is strength, and my home is strength. Okay, I would like to move into my weaknesses. What is my weakness for 2020, for today? When I look very kind looking as a weakness, you have to be very honest and objective. Dears, I have some. Okay, today I am a training manager. Being a training manager, also at the end of the day, could be no major focus area. What does it mean? As a training manager, I am very good, okay, but I don't have particularly subject matter expertise as a one particular topic. So design thinking and innovation, my course, I am giving a lecture in this school, but I am not the person who has the speech person of that subject. Even though I don't have one paper regarding that topic, so uh, how can I describe it? On SME, I could say. No SME rules. I don't have in one topic that I'm good at perfectly 100% deep dive to one that topic. And also, I could say that my weaknesses, life, I'm little lack of focus person. What does it mean? Being a extrovert and the talking person, that lack of focus, I can share my focus at the same time, 3 or 4 different, okay, which gives me a weakness that When I started to one business, if something take my attention in the other side, it could be easily change my focus to that subject. So I could describe myself sometimes like a golden Rottweiler dogs. So when they see something and very excited to each for them, and there's a more excitement thing, they can change their direction to the other excited thing. Yes, that is my weak points. So also as a weak point, I could say that my English. Yes, today it is enough to get in connection with you. Also, maybe it is enough to deliver courses, but it is not enough to perceive as being very professional at that point. So I couldn't say this is native speaking. It is upper intermediate. I have some fluency in my English, but as you understand, I am very heavy accent, and also on top of that, sometimes it block me for my English. I inside myself there is a thunderstorms to tell that what I feel, but unfortunately my tongue is not enough to describe that in English. So I could say that English is my weakness. So let me check the internal factors which can I touch these? May I touch to my CV? Yes, of course. Extrovert talking is related with me. Yes. My home. Yes, I bought it. I can sell it, so I can touch. Subject being not to be subject matter expert any topic. Yes, this is my weakness. Focus. Yes, I can control. And English. Yes, I can control. Let's look at to my opportunities. To be honest from my side, what is my opportunities? There's the first opportunity in my life. Let me write it with the first opportunity. Istanbul has 74 universities today. Wow, it's crazy. Yes, but because if you ever visit the Turkey has divided into two parts: Istanbul and the others. So all economy, all business life, all social life, education life is the center is Istanbul. Turkey is boost and boomed like the university opening rates for the last 15 years. We quadrupled our universities for the private and the governmental ones, the public ones and the private ones. And Istanbul there gives me opportunity to work with delivering a course in my topic. I able to work with 74 them. And the good thing is another opportunity, the ranking of the 74, I am working now the 10th one. 10th one. So there is 9 more up of my university. So it could be a challenging opportunity. Other rest of the 64, it will just take a 1 second to accept it from these universities. If I raise my hand, I would like to deliver a course, they'll directly accept my hand. So this is my first opportunity. What is the other opportunity for being in my life? What I see as an opportunity, flexible, being more flexibility as a mindset, being a being a freelancer. Let me continue with my opportunity. I clicked twice. So the first is universities. The second is flexible mindset is started to be in Turkish ecosystem. Flexibility. What does it mean? We are working one day in our homes, in our daily life, and also being a freelancer is day to day more acceptable for the companies. So I see that two options is my opportunities. And the last thing, what is my threats, dears? What is my threats? Let me write down the first threat. First threat. Please understand me, but I am still single. Again, you may shock that somebody write down being a single here as a threat. It is also affected by our culture, but I don't put being a single into the threats because of my culture. Today I'm 35 years old and I am completely single now. If I would like to marry and have kids, try to have a kids, it will take 5 years in my future plan. So when I become a 40, most probably I will have, hopefully before 40, but I will have my first kid. Huh? So today, my father is 65 years old and I'm a 35. So he is so uncomfortable. Why? He has a 35 years old one working in the Pfizer employee manager son, so I can take care of him, no issues. But if when you look at me, when I become a 65, my son most probably will be 25 years old, which is the first ages in our culture in their life segments. So if I'm keep continue to be single, most probably I couldn't marry, and I couldn't have kids. That is my way of looking. You may be it's so strange because of your culture. It's not important. This is my personal SWOT. So if the threat is being single, we'll be single. The second threat will be losing my religion. No, this is the Ramso. Losing my job. But again, maybe you may remember from the persona canvas. I don't afraid. I don't count it as a threat to lose my job in Pfizer. Please think bigger. Losing completely my job section. Okay. So being an online importance, if the higher, I'll lose my job completely. So no place I'll find from the other side. Let's check again. Please double check the opportunities. May I open university or close the universities? No. So this is external. Investors are open the universities. So that is the external factor. This is opportunity. Being a flex mindset. May I control this one? No, I cannot. So this is external factors. Threats, may I control my singularity? Yes and no. I try to control, but it also needs for the other side's attention. It couldn't be says, hey girl, I want to marry with you, and the other side will accept. So a little bit external factors. I am in the marriage mood, but I couldn't find anybody to marry, maybe. So I could count this half one half it. It's up to you. You may see being single in your weaknesses or threats. Depends on your age, things. Depends on culture. Being a single in my life, if you are turned 35 years old, it means that in our culture you are problem person. So that's the thing. And losing job, yes, I couldn't control to digital transformation of the training departments. So the technology is affecting us. That is my external. Please write down your internal factors as a sentence on top and external factors as a sentence to down. So what comes to next? Dears, after you are filling your SWOT analysis, we are doing TOWS analysis for your SWOT analysis. As you see, TOWS is the vice versa direction of SWOT analysis. We are putting strength here, opportunities, threats, and weaknesses, and we are calling them as a strategies. So to ideate yourself, to develop yourself for the future, you may use the TOWS analysis. How it is possible? Dears, during our IDPs, we are mainly focused on our business results. So our lovely managers get in contact with us twice a year. I guess this year we increased the amount of the IDPs, but I don't know how COVID will affect our first 6 month development plan. Let's see. but we are coming together. We discuss our strengths, opportunity, threats, weaknesses, or these kind of things based on our KPI sets. But mostly we are discussing about our business life. So in that work, you able to do it for your daily life, your private life and the business life both. Even you have a kids, you may mention your strengths and opportunities regarding your kids. So please do that exercise with your family members. Please give them a chance to fill their SWOT analysis, and let's create your TOWS and their TOWS analysis for the first time together. What does maxi means? Dears, maximize your strengths will maximize your opportunities. So we are writing down your maxi strategies. What does it mean? For instance, me, what is my maxi opportunities? I can maximize, I can use my extrovert and talkative person thing, extrovert and talkative person thing to maximize to what? Finding new schools. Yes, finding new schools. It is very easy. Just knocking the door, knock, knock, knock. And hello, university management. I have been delivering in course in Bahçeşehir University for 2 years, and I want to work with you. And also, I'm a Pfizer training manager. There is no hassles. Directly, they can accept me. Being single is strength. Yes, Victoria, it is your looking being single for the COVID days. They just from the chat they are advising me that. Yes, that is your perception. Also, I wish I could be in COVID time in beside of the being alone at one apartment. I want to be with my wife and kids. It depends. Okay, thank you so much for your help. But this is maxi strategies. You understand? I am extroverted, and if I go to the schools, this is my maxi. The next thing, dears, the next thing you may do, maximize your strength, minimize your threats. This is something needs to be in your tool list. Maximize your strength, minimize your threats. What is my maximize my strength, minimize my strategies, minimize my threats? That's the funny one, but let me try. I have home, so I could say that to girls, dears, let's marry with me. Because why? I have a home. Yes, it's a truth in our culture. If the man has a home, it is more privileged to marry with him. But this is for just a kidding one. The real one for my maxi strategies. What I could do, increase my CV popularity to go and try to do other businesses, other kind of works, which could be minimize my losing my job threat. So use your CV, prove that the other companies, today I'm doing training manager, maybe I can apply to health and value positions or marketing positions. Why my CV is powerful? So I could convince the other side for my changing my position. Dears, we say this is a chain. Actually, this is your comfort zone. This is your comfort zone. Starting with your strength and going to directly to your opportunity. To think that every day what we are doing always the same thing, doing our strengths, going to our opportunities. But maximize your strengths, going to your threats. This is your toolkit. You know how to do them. So this is the things you know how to do. So we can do that. These are improvements of your life. Improvements. Don't wait breakthrough change from your strengths. But let's look to you other side. Minimize your weakness, maximize your opportunities. Minimize your weakness, maximize your opportunities. Please remember, what was my weakness? Yes, my weakness is my English. So, Engin, please improve your English and maximize your opportunity. What was my in my opportunity? What there is my opportunity? If I start to be a native speaker English, the first 9 school, why I couldn't work these 9 schools? They are heavy English schools, dears. That is the one barrier I couldn't pass. And also, if my English in the native, why I don't give courses in Berlin or in EU or in USA? What is the border? I could deliver that English speaking online courses all around the world. This is my weakness and it affects my opportunities. That is the key, my dears. Here is the key to invent your career. It is really hard to build these key initiatives. So minimize your weaknesses, go to your opportunities. The last is hardest one. I want to give a little bit information for this one, changing my pen. There's minimize your weakness and minimize your threats. This needs to be development things. So maybe you need some help. How to reduce my weaknesses from my example? There is a weakness in my example? Focus, right? Focus is my weakness. So to decrease my focus means that being more focused to my training manager position, it will give me the next era of the training manager. Maybe I'll prepare that online tools and being a spokesperson all over the world. And also if I mix with my English, maybe I am the person who is delivering that training in LinkedIn Learning. So if I started to do that one, could I mention that I'm going to lose my job? I don't think so. So the easiest one is that one, dears. This is the easiest one. The first one. Mostly we are starting from here. The second one, we are starting from that one. The third one and the last one is mostly we don't want to get into here. The fourth one. So what design thinking advise you? If you want to improve, yes, these could be acceptable. But if you want to develop yourself for the new skills, if you want to reinvent your career, please look at these. To reinvent your career, you have to focus below of your toes. Here is one methodology for TOWS matrix template. We are writing, you may feel that one for your individual views. So please write your opportunities here, 5 of them. Please write 5 your threats here. You already made in your SWOT analysis. Please write your strengths and weaknesses on top, 5 of them. Please first fill. Then check your maximize your opportunity, maximize your strengths. Here is the max section. Max section. So maximize your opportunity, minimize your weakness. This is your min max. This is your min. This is your min max. So what I highly recommend you, where you have to start if you want to develop yourself, to reinvent yourself, that place should be the first. Look at your threats and look at your weaknesses and write them to here. How you can deal, what kind of things. The second is here, the third here, fourth is here. Don't don't be afraid. Again, you are changing our life. These are the techniques to use for your development needs, reinventing your career. Mostly fives are focused to here, based on your strengths, based on your opportunities, and little bit focus on this subject to understand your weaknesses, to show our managers your opportunities. Our company, not the threats company. None of our managers um, will be a blackmail to you that, hey, Engin, this is your threat. If you don't manage your weaknesses, we will fire you. I never heard this kind of sentences from our managers. So, but you have to be considered in your daily life that TOWS matrix template. And after you feel your max min strategies, what I highly recommend for trial, please create 4 TOWS analysis for yourself, each one per each. So start from the min, then min max, then max min and max max. Please write your 4 sentences regarding your TOWS and put your TOWS analysis name, put your date, and specifically describe your TOWS analysis in the first section. As a Pfizer employee, you all know how to write down your goals in SMART direction, how you will measure them, what is your action, write it down. Please put some realistic goal achievables. If I mention that I'm going to write a paper and publish in Natural Science magazine publication in next year, it is not realistic. First, I have to learn writing English and time oriented. This is the question mark here. Dear, design thinking, maybe you may remember from the first course. For the design thinking, we are agile business owners. While you are mentioning some reinventing your career smarts, we don't advise that bigger than 9 months of the time-based things, we don't count them smart goals. Why? For a human, more than 9 months couldn't be traceable. What I could ask a question, is it so specific that you couldn't finish your goal under 9 months? So maybe you will divide your goal into the 2 parts. So don't write here more than 9 months issue. For instance, my English example, today I am upper intermediate. I don't want to be target to be native in 3 years. Instead of this one, I'll say that upper intermediate to advanced level in 9 months. It could be traceable, time zone, understandable. So divide into the slices. If I want to give that course in United States, so delivering course in United States, maybe it's not so specific. While you are, there will be several different goals I have to mention about. I couldn't start to deliver course in 9 months in United States. I have to deliver lots of things, develop lots of I have to develop different areas in myself to deliver that course in United States. So maybe you will mention about what waits you in the later. The last thing, after you write down your SMART, I want to mention about the STAR technique. That is the technique I first saw in Amazon interview. The Amazon do their interview with STAR technique. It's the HR interviewing technique actually, but we are using that one in design thinking process. After your SMART, think that you're smart past 9 more months and you are in the 10th month now. So you finished everything. I give smart objectives to myself, improve my English. And after this, 9 months later, this is your, in other terms for the design thinking, your test paper. Please feel your situation. What set the scene? What was the situation? Unable to deliver course, unable to deliver course abroad of Turkey. That is the situation. And what is my task? What is the purpose? I would like to open all around the globe myself. Being a global is the purpose. And what is the other purpose? To decrease my threat. Being unemployed, losing my job. Well, this is the task. My task is to avoid losing my job. What is my action? What did you do? I improved my English. I could describe it as what I give as an action. And what is the result? What was the outcome? Then I can mention that the first time I accepted as a guest lecture in University of Erasmus, Rotterdam, Holland. Hopefully, inshallah. I'm looking to do this one. So maybe 2 years later, if I successfully finish several SMART objectives, I could feel that SMART with STAR example: the situation, task, action, and result. And one more thing, if you want to learn more about this one, please write down Amazon STAR interview technique to the YouTube. There are several good examples. While I was studying to their interview, I worked with STAR technique. So this is the last part of our program. So let's move into Business Model Canvas U edition with you all and finish our session for our final project. Yes, Business Model U. Dears, Alexander Osterwalder and his friends, they understood that business model also applicable for ourselves, and they called the book Business Model U a one-page method for reinventing your career. So you may use that model inside our business, within your presentations, also with your family or with your kids, individually, with the others, for your public, and also even for the sports. So this is you. You can use that techniques for yourself. And the book says all the people's example they publish inside the book, and also you may be one of these people if you use the techniques. What we are going to show, I'm going to show the U version of the canvas, how to reflect, which means our define section, how to reflect, define, and then revise means innovation section now. Act means your prototype and test together. This is the first change from the business model side to business model U. Let's see the canvas. Again, we have the same flow. We start from the customer to cost in 9 pillars, but for our daily lives, we don't have customers. So it changed a little bit from customers to who you help. So when you think about the customers for businesses, for the individual means the personal business model, we say who you help. And the value provided changed to how you help. You understand? Value proposition is how you help. So the channels, how they know you and how you deliver to these people. And finally, how they interact to you. Finally, for the value propositions, return as a revenue and benefits, what you get. As a individuals, we may not receive always dollars, euros, or your local currencies. In different people within your help, you may receive something different instead of money. So the right side still value side, the left side is who you are and what you have. Basically, here is your CV, dears, your CV portfolio, your key activities, what you do, and your key partners, who helps you. One more different thing within the individual plan, who helps you and who you help could be the same people for your individual business model canvas. We can mention the same thing for our uh, businesses, but for the individual ones, it is more common than our business units. And what you give. Sometimes we may spend dollar, euro, local currencies, and as an individual, we give something different. I started to use that model from 2014. So today I would like to show example from 14 and showing another example for upcoming next year's revised section of what I prepared last and now what I'm going to prepare. This is my who you help your customers. I'm also going to share that personal business model canvas, the plain version, so you may write down your own canvas. So let's see who you help. Dears, while I was living in 2014, I was helping Philip Morris International Product Development Department. I am a part of them. PhilSA, PMTRT, and PMIDF sub-considerary sub-companies of the Philip Morris International. Also, I have some responsibilities. Let me say like Upjohn, INI, IM, like. There is a quality association of Turkey, and Ozaran family is my family. I help these people. And how I help? Yes, you can categorize how you help. Perfectionism and reliable on time. I was delivering perfectionism and reliable on time analysis because my exposition is business development and planning for Philip Morris International Product Development. Energizer and Dynamo for the teams. I started to deliver some trainings for PhilSA, PMTRT, and Duty Free, plus Calder Association. Consulted for the family. Unfortunately, as a how conservative one of the family in Turkey, my family decisions are not taken by my father or my mother. After 16 to 17 years old, I took that responsibility for my family, that giving decisions what we should do. For instance, if we need to rent an apartment, I am going to rent that apartment. Maybe my family is giving the decision always I took after 16 years, and sustainable investments for my family. I could say that I am managing my family money. All my father's and the mother's bank account controls by me. I am paying bills, I am controlling rent, I am controlling all the insurance and etc. So you have to be very open while you are filling that canvas, like your SWOT analysis. How did they know me and how I deliver? Because of my job description in company popularity, how I deliver these ones. Perfectionism. This is my job description to here. Energizer in company popularity. consultant for the family entity, this is face-to-face. I don't mention face-to-face with my family. How you interact your customer relationships with WebEx, face-to-face, conference calls, workshops, ideation. These are the time periods. For instance, energize a dynamo for the teams comes with in-company popularity and with ideation workshops. So I close the loop like this in 2014. What I get, of course, my salary, but on top of salary, the social benefits. Dears, only 2% of has private insurance, private full coverage health insurance in Turkey. So Philip Morris, and today thanks to Pfizer, gives us that social benefit. So that is the sometimes better than the salary. Get these private insurance as a gift. International experience and prestige. I was working for cigarette manufacturing facility, but my prestige is higher than most of the executives. In Turkey, there's a huge popularity in Philip Morris. I don't know why, but it has a prestige. And before I attend to Philip Morris, I couldn't speak English. Within that international experience, I get my English literacy, emotional satisfaction and acceptance. Honestly, we are four people family, dears, and mid-level income. None of my parents are educated. They graduate from only high school, and we don't know any person as like a family or the status who has a status inside the public. So we are very inside our cocoon. Individual families that the income level. We have only our apartment and our car. That's it. We are not rich. We are not poor. But when I accepted from the Philip Morris, oh, the first person, entire our big family, all of our relatives, I am the first person accepted full-time paid international job. So the emotional satisfaction, acceptance, I couldn't explain here what is my emotions and feelings. I know most of you in our participants, we are the same. Our father and the mother, they are mostly the best ones are the government officials, but working for that multinational companies in our region is very valuable. So who you are and what you have, let's look. This is the first sentences from my CV. What I do for these people, productivity calculations, reliable on time, in my job description for Philip Morris with WebEx full time and get this salary. You see, everything is finished from that section. Budget preparation in the same, project management in the same. My key activities being a son. Also, I could write here being a good son. Huh? Do you accept my being a good son as a key activity? And for the key partners, you may write down your key partners inside your business. For instance, Emre Kozlu is my angel investor. The manager, which I did not report to him, but he always supports me. Ulusan, he is the person that who selected me to Philip Morris. Fraser Rowland, my director. Calder İzmir is the association of the Calder in Izmir branch, the city branch. PMI Lausanne PD, like my regional colleagues today. And what I give as a cost, years I was giving my time, my youth and life. In 2014, I was living in Izmir. Izmir is the coastal city for Turkey, very beautiful city, but 600 kilometers away from my family. So I am spending my life away from my family, which is I see as a cost. I like to be with my family. That's up to you, my looking. And I am paying 14K per year rent, 10K for logistic per year, and also my car is day to day getting amortization because of that 600 kilometers. Mostly I was driving my car. So at the end of the 5 years, my car is become 300,000 kilometers. So I bought it for 30K euro. Now, if I want to sell it, it could be maximum 5K euro. That is my cost. While I'm working, I'm spending my time in 2014. So when you look all of your life, you may see that in sometimes you will find your career sweet spot. Yes, Marco, every month there is at least one time I'm going to Izmir and Istanbul, 1,200 kilometers. And also every day I was driving to factory. It was 60 kilometers. So around 5,000 kilometers per month I was driving my car. So 60K per year, 5K is 300,000 kilometers. I was like a truck driver, Marco. Yes, this is lovely Volvo C30, the red one. I'm still keeping that car. Okay, what is career sweet spot years? While in 2014, you have to look every 3 months from today. What is your interests? What excites you? Plus, what is your skills and abilities? And what is your personality? If the three of them mixed and increase that black line with the three circles, how they become more together, this is your career sports. It gives you excitement, enjoyment of your life. So in 2014, depends on what is your skills and abilities, what is your interest, and what is your personality. You may define a one point. In 15, that point may be because of your position, because of your job you do. It's not like the before. If you change your company and the position, it could be dropped or it could be higher. So you have to look your lifeline discovery. Every circle means something in my life, especially here, 1 year of my life, I felt that I top of the mountains. So that position inside with a lovely manager, I think I couldn't live like this anymore. Yeah, lovely years. I remember here when he left the company. This is the uh, this is the time I remember I attend a project which it's my interest and ability one. This is the time I decided to quit from Philip Morris and move into the Pfizer. How you may reflect your life. Dears, I teach you prepare a SWOT analysis. You may see my SWOT here. And then, based on your motivational pillars, we have already found your motivational pillars. Who are you as a philanthropist, disruptor, free spirit, achiever, player, socializer? Depends on you. You may also, as a person, you are not one person. You have different persona. You may be a partner of a lady or the man. You are friend. You are hoja or lecturer. You will be an entrepreneur. You will be a worker in Pfizer. Maybe you are abi means brother in Turkish. You will be a son of mom, traveler, keynote speaker, and bicycle cyclist. This is my personas in 2014. I have 10 different persona. When I'm going to share that document with you, please change these within yourself and write down your sentences. Why? After you write them, please read all of them to describe your shared motivators. This technique gives us this motivation based on the test, based on the analysis. But this is subjective evolution. After you read everything what you have written under your persona, you may find your shared motivators. What it was from my side, it was change, discovery, writing, pre-plan, learn, excitement, seek different, loyalty. These are my shared motivators in all of my persona. And at the end, you are looking for three things. Would you like to be happy, useful, or do you want to be more effective? You may create three different objectives. You may choose happy, you may choose useful, or you may choose the effective one. Which one do you want to do in your future plans? Engin, what does it mean? Happy, useful, or effective? Dears, it is like a triangle. If you choose happy and useful, most probably you couldn't be effective. If you choose being useful and effective, maybe you have to work at too much, no job life, work life balance. If you want to be very happy and effective, you couldn't be useful by everybody. So depends on what you choose. What the in last thing we want to do, very wise thing to do, if you're able to find the life happy, useful, and effective, you will be hit the road, Jake. A good song, hit the road, Jake. I don't want to come into here, but this is the example from my 2014. I was working as a product development planning analyst. This is my presentation CV, I could say. Who am I? I was describe myself as stylist, soldier, or survivor. Same Engin has different persona in the Philip Morris. I was wearing very colorful clothes. They say Engin is a different style. And as a soldier, very sharp analysis, very correct analysis. I'm one of, I could say here, one of the best future forecaster inside all PMI, all around the globe. So my forecast for the tobacco industry was very sharp, very, I received several prizes to calculate my calculation. And also I'm a survivor. Why? I couldn't continue. I couldn't survive. I'm trying to survive. And what kind of strategy I need? I am basically a person that there will be three different strategies. If you look to me, very hard objects which you have to send a man to the moon, I'm not here. If you seek me the best, most beautiful thing, I'm not here. If you ask me something seems very complex from his side, but actually if it's teaching, tying your shoes is really hard, but I know how to teach that easy things, but seems complex things, very lean methodology. So this is my accomplishment. What is the strategy waiting me from today? Being trendy, make trendy things to make them traditional, or some traditional things to trendy. I could deliver both. In Engin version 3.0, that is my development area. Today, I'm reporting, but I'm seeking to adding value to everything I do. I'm a presenter now. I'm preparing PowerPoints, but I wish in the future I want to be a trainer. And I proud my history. I get lots of job levels in very quickly manner, but I don't see myself in this company. So I want to change my position to secure my future. So B2 is my responsibility. Adventure seems like a souvenir for me. In this community, I have a destiny. My surname is Morris, so you can call me Engin Morris. These are my key activities I could do. So these are my future dreams. Then I thanked all the people who were watching me. There's, as you see, this is the forum 2014. Then I moved to training department. It's a huge career change. So this is the career change, completely changed my life, changed my city, changed my understandings. So I could say that I reinvented my career. So let's see how to revise after a couple of years. Please check your SWOT and change your SWOT places with the new things. Why I change everything. For instance, now health is my weakness point. This is the thing that I mentioned in the beginning. So please check your personas again for the upcoming years. Think that you failed first and 2 years passed. So I don't have any partner today. I'm a single, but my friends, my lecturers, my entrepreneurship is more important. Even though as being a worker, I am not as dedicated to be international worker. So I give what as my job description says. I'm maybe a well-placed person. You may see Engin for the upcoming 5 years, still training manager in the same department. It could be. No more bicycle. Unfortunately, I had an accident and there is 2 pilotins on my knee. I couldn't cycle bicycle anymore. So these are the grays and the reds are more. So I had 10 persona before. Now I have 7. Check your shared motivators again. Which one I want to be happy, useful, or effective? Honestly say, dears, I want to be happy and effective. I don't want to be useful for everybody. So this is the 2019. Maybe I should change with the 2020. Now my helps are different. Pfizer student, presenter, trains, entrepreneurs, my family. Now I start to inspire. No, it's inspire. Network change with these. Now people are access me from my network. Social media, word of mouth, PR, my personal PR, try to help me to access my customers, my helpers. Now I have a company car. It's my benefit. Can Blanchard like very expensive trainings I could deliver in Pfizer positions. So there is some differences in my key partners. Unfortunately, I lost Ulusan Ulusman. I made a mistake, honestly, in 2017, and now he refused to get in connection with me. You have to mention also these, dears, in your personal business model, not always the good things. If you lose one of your key partners who helps you, for instance, here Ulusan Ulusman, unfortunately, because of my mistake, I lose him, and you couldn't see him here. And now I give time. I'm a little bit sleep. I have sleepiness, tired, and fatigue. So I consumed every energy in my body to meet with my students, Pfizer work, and entrepreneurial life. I'm so active person in Istanbul. That is the reason why I kept my quarantine as a voluntarily. That is today is the 29th day consecutively. I'm still at my apartment and I did not wear any shoes. So for the last 14 days we are together with you and I did not leave my apartment. So please check your lifeline again. It could be dropped, but if you aware, you can change. It could be dropped more, but at the end, within your actions, within your TOWS analysis, SMART objectives, you may change the direction of your lifeline discovery. So act in 9 months. It's in your hand now. Learn to make it all happen. I thank you all for all semester. We spent very